Whitney Port cancels surrogacy plans to attempt becoming vessel for second child herself. Whitney Port has offered an update on her fertility journey, confirming that she is canceling the planned use of a surrogate. After all the red tape, the money, the emotions, and just how long everything has taken, we've decided to go in a different direction, Port, 41, wrote over a Tuesday, July 28, Instagram story that showed her being examined in a New York City fertility clinic. "I'm scared to be the vessel, but I'm even more scared of letting fear stop me from trying for something I want so deeply." The podcast host's decision comes after she informed fans on the solo-hosted Wednesday, July 22, episode of the With Wit podcast that she and her husband, Tim Rosenman, were in the process of finding a new surrogate to attempt carrying the couple's second child. Port and Rosenman, also 41, share a son, Sonny, 8, and have spoken openly about Port's fertility struggles in the past. "We needed to find a new surrogate, and we started talking to a new surrogacy concierge."
Tired of spending forever chopping vegetables? This all-in-one prep tool dices and spiralizes ingredients directly into a handy container, helping make salads, sides, and meal prep faster and less messy. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/2 right now.
"The whole thing has just gotten so difficult that I finally decided that I want to check out how I look physically and see if carrying is something that I can actually do on my own," Port said during the podcast episode before confirming that she had 2 viable embryos for future use. "If I look okay to carry and the doctors think it's safe, we're going to give it a try," Port, who rose to fame as a reality star on the Hills, further explained. "Do I particularly want to be pregnant? I wish I had a more beautiful and inspiring answer. I did not love being pregnant. What I want is to wrap this up. I want a second child." Prior to Port's green light from her medical team, she shared another Instagram story that captured Rosenman, a TV producer, seated within the clinic. Above his head, an ultrasound image of what appeared to be Port appeared on a screen. "Let's F*** ***ing go," Port wrote over the post. The couple have kept fans up to date with Port's fertility plans, including the aftermath of a successful embryo transfer with their then surrogate in February. "Everything went amazingly," Port said in a February 18 TikTok video that captured a previous visit to New York with her husband. "They said she looked amazing and the embryo plumped up like it should. I'm so happy that this part is behind us, but there is so much left." 1 month later, Port exclusively told us about the emotional toll her fertility journey has taken on the pair. "I think for me, it's really watching Timmy's heartbreak," she told us on March 18. "It's one thing for me to hold my own, and I feel like I know how to cope with that and how to calm myself down," Port continued at the time. "But then, to see my partner, who I love so much, and I just don't know what to say or don't have the answer for. I look at him as like such a rock and someone that I lean on for so much that it breaks my heart to see that." Prior to welcoming Sonny in 2017, Port suffered multiple pregnancy losses. In 2023, the couple decided to explore surrogacy in the hope of expanding their family. In the time that followed, they were matched with multiple surrogates, many of whom suffered miscarriages after the couple's embryos were implanted. In an Instagram teaser clip for Port's recent With Wit podcast episode, she wrote in the caption, "Sonny, fertility, the pressure to make the right decisions, and the weird realization that sometimes the only person I actually need permission from is myself."